We're ready to work on our first model in Fusion, but one thing I would recommend doing is go back to Schoology and click on this Autodesk Fusion 360 link, and I would bookmark this web page. So in Chrome, go ahead and click here, save this, and that'll be basically a quick launch button to be able to get straight to Fusion. And I believe you're still going to have to log in each time. So make sure you have that kind of username and password. I would go ahead and write that password down in your engineering notebook just in case you're not able to save it inside the Chrome browser. So as a reminder, hopefully you've created a folder, and let me find it here. And our class folder is just going to be IED and then whatever your class period is. So I'm just making sure I'm in that folder. And then I'm going to close that little panel down. And now we're finally ready to work on our first part. So this is what we're going to want to make. And I'm going to suggest making this with an additive process only. And what I'm going to recommend is this little piece sticking off to the side. Let's pretend it's not there to start with, and let's work on just modeling kind of this larger part or piece. And this face that I'm trying to highlight with the mouse here, we want to use that as a sketch profile. We want to sketch this shape and then extrude it to a depth of 2.5 inches. And then once we have that feature, we're going to go to the side of it and do a small rectangular sketch and extrude that out 3/4 of an inch. So just like with Onshape or Inventor, we want to start with a sketch. So that button is right here. And we need to pick a default plane. So I'm going to pick this one here, and we can kind of see that that one's kind of oriented with our front view. And if I want to look straight at that sketch plane, I need to click on front and have it snap to it for me. So next up, we've got our sketching commands are right in here. So this is line, 2-point rectangle, circle, spline, mirror, and dimension. There's additional sketching commands under this kind of flyout menu here. If I click on that, there's different types of rectangles, circles, arcs. So I won't go through every one of those, but we'll use a lot of these as we're working through this problem. So I'm going to click on line, and I'm going to click on the origin point. I'm going to drag off to the side and making sure I'm going straight to the right, and I'm going to type in 0.5 and click. That's left click with a mouse on a PC. And then I'm just going to make sure my line is going straight up, and I'm going to type in 0.5. Click again, making sure that that angle is staying at 90 degrees. So if you're seeing something like 96 like it is here, make sure you move and it's going straight up at 90 degrees. Click. Move off to the right. And the drawing is telling me, I have to do a little math to figure this out, that the dimension is 3 inches, but I take 4 inches minus a half, and that's how I end up with 3. Again, making sure I'm at 90 degrees, click. I know my line needs to go straight down. And one of the things that's happening here is as I go straight down, it almost snaps so that it's aligning it with the left side of my sketch. So I'm going to go ahead and let it do that and click. Then I'm going to go off to the right again, type in 0.5. I'm going to click the mouse. Then I'm going to go straight up this time. And the height for this portion is 1.5. And I hit enter on that one. Didn't mean to, but what that did is when I hit enter, it terminated the command or ended it. So to continue on, I got to go back to line. So I can pick up from where I left off, go this way, and this dimension is 1 inch. So I'm going to click, I'm going to zoom out and pan, and now I'm going to go up, and that height is also 1 inch. Click. I'm going to go straight to the left. This is a 2-inch dimension. So I'm going to click again. And again, each time I'm making sure it's a 90-degree kind of angle that it's forming. So notice on this one I come down, it's kind of assuming I want to align it with that part on the right side, which I do. So I'm just going to click and accept it. Go this way. And notice it's not snapping to that other side, or as far as that information down below and to the left. But what I can do is kind of highlight that, drag up, and I'm not clicking on anything. I just move the mouse over it, and it's interpreting that I want to align it with that, which I do. I'm going to click, and then I'm going to close my loop by just going back to the origin point. And just like an Onshape, it kind of colors it in, and it lets me know that I've got a complete profile as far as a closed loop. So I'm going to hit Escape to get out of that line command, and I'm going to finish the sketch. So let's zoom out, do a little panning here, and rotating. And I'm going to extrude now. So let's click on that. The only profile it automatically selected, and you should be able to have better luck dragging the arrows with Fusion 360 than you did in Onshape. So the depth of this part is 2.5 inches. So I'm going to highlight in here, type in 2.5, or in this box here I could have typed in 2.5 and enter. And so there is our base feature. So the next thing we need to do is the little piece on the side, we need to sketch it in place. So I'm going to create a sketch on this face, and I'm going to click on right, so I'm kind of staring right at it. And what I'm going to do is create a little 2-point rectangle and click and place it. And I wasn't kind of too particular about where I placed it, because we're going to dimension the size of the rectangle and where it's at. So let's use dimensions. I'm going to click on this line here, go up, and then click again to place that dimension. And I'm going to type in 1.5 and enter. I'm going to click on this dimension here, drag off, and the thickness, or I should say the height on that, is just going to be 0.25 inches, and enter. And I'm going to hit escape, and at this point this rectangle is fully defined, except we don't know where it's at on that face. The size of the rectangle is good, but we have not placed where it's going to go. So let's place a couple more dimensions to locate this smaller rectangle kind of on the bigger one behind it here. So I'm going to click off to the side to make sure I have nothing selected. I'm going to click on Sketch Dimension, and looking at our drawing, I know the distance from this edge to this edge is listed as 0.5 inches. So I'm going to click to place the location, type in 0.5 and enter. And vertically we have another dimension, and I'm still in the dimension command. So I'm going to click here and here, and we know that distance is 0.75 inches. Enter. And I'm going to finish the sketch. I'm going to zoom out, rotate a little bit, and all we need to do now is extrude this profile out 3/4 of an inch. So let's click on Extrude, select that profile, and kind of just drag out, or go ahead and type in 0.75 and enter. And so at this point, your first part is complete. So take a screenshot of it, paste it into your Google Doc for the first block, or the first empty space, kind of this guy here, And what I would do is go ahead and let's save this. So let's click on Save. And we're in our, you always check your folder. It's the folder we want. And I'm just going to say 4.1 Part 1. And click Save. And there's your name up here. And if you want to start a second part, one easy way to do it is go up here and just click New Design. And you can go ahead and start modeling. So you'd start with a sketch, pick your plane, click Front, and then work on part number 2.